How many more pipes can you carry, Rex?
I'm 6 of 6.
Oh. Got the hag coming up here, guys. Oh, no, she's there, is she? No, I can't get there, but fuck it.
There we go. Hello, this here is the SMG deck that I've been using in No Hope. Disclaimer beforehand, the philosophy of this deck is a constant firing weapon of destruction. It acts almost like a portable minigun that you have constantly on you, spraying downrange, killing commons and mutations alike with very little downtime, the only downtime being when you're swapping between your guns. To start us off, just recommend that you take the Vector and the Glock Auto. Those are going to be the guns that are going to work best with this type of build. The others do work, but the Glock Auto and the Vector are the kings. I would not take the Tech 9 over the Glock Auto, even though that is the more popular option amongst people. I think the Glock Auto is just going to be much better for its greater damage, higher damage output, and with the Vector it's going to be much the same. It has tighter accuracy and better DPS. So, to start us off here with the deck itself, it's going to begin with Copper Scav Money Grubbers. Two incredible great cards for economy in No Hope. Highly recommend that you take both of them in all your No Hope decks, as economy makes the game much smoother and really allows you to come back from these situations in the hardest difficulty. Next we have Ammo Stash, which is going to be giving us unlimited secondary ammo. That's going to be great because this is kind of a build that chews through ammo very easily. And with that being noted, having an unlimited secondary will help prevent a lot of that. Essentially reduces our ammo consumption by half. And also, if we do run out of ammo, we have unlimited amounts of ammo for our Glock Auto, which will sustain us through until we can go and get some ammo from our team or something like that. Next, we have Admin Reload. This is going to be a swapping deck, so Admin Reload here is essential. Whenever we're stowing our weapon, it's going to be reloading, and what we're going to be doing here with this is firing our Vector all the way through, and then swapping to our Glock Auto, firing it all the way through, and then swapping to our Vector again. With that, having the Admin Reload, constantly reloading it in our back pocket, just to make it so that we're constantly firing downrange, is going to be another essential feature of this deck. Next card we have is Shooting Gloves. Shooting Gloves here goes and gives us 25% weapon swap speed, 15% recoil control, and 15% accuracy. So this is a decent card. It's going to bump up our accuracy by 15% and give us 25% weapon swap speed with a little bit of recoil control, but I don't feel that it's necessary. The big thing is here is just like, because we're going to be swapping all the time, we're getting a little bit of that swap speed, but majorly the accuracy portion of this. We're going to be bumping it up later on, but this felt like a necessary thing when I was testing it out, and so I added it in. Getting that extra 15% accuracy is very nice. Next card we have is Mag Coupler. So even though this is an admin reload deck, we're going to need a bit of reload speed because of the size of the mags and the fire rates of our guns. They're going to be chewing through that ammo so fast that we need to toss in some reload speed here. And it's going to be best with the Mag Coupler card. Giving us 50% reload speed means even at base mags, so as small as they can be, with the Glock Auto and the Vector, you're going to be able to fire out your entire mag and then swap over and then swap back to it after firing the rest of it, and it's going to be fully reloaded. It's going to be very good. It's going to be what makes this deck tick. So in order to make this deck work well, highly recommend keeping this in it. Next we have Run Like Hell, the best movement speed card in the game, I believe. 12% move speed, 15% sprint speed, only losing it upon taking damage, but if you take damage, you're already going to be slowed down anyways from the ridden smacks slowing you down or whatever it may be. So it's not really that big of a downside. Next we have Hyper Focused, plus 50% weak spot damage, and with the downside of 40% move speed penalty while shooting or melee attacking. I think it's very good. It's going to be really bumping up our damage output on our weak spot shots. But if you don't like that downside, you can instead change it to Killer's Instinct, which is 30% weak spot damage and only disables ADS, which we've already done. While it's 20% less weak spot damage, it doesn't have that downside, but I still recommend sticking with Hyper Focused, or at least for No Hope, because of just how tanky everything is. The next card we have is Shredder. Each bullet hit causes the target to take 1% increased damage for 3 seconds. This is going to be massive with our deck here because we're constantly pumping out bullets with the Vector or the Glock Auto with those high fire rate guns. It's really going to be stacking up Shredder incredibly quickly. If you have a shotgunner that already has this in their deck and they don't want to swap it out, I instead recommend tossing in Confident Killer in its place, or you can stick with Shredder. Both are very good options. I still think Shredder is probably the default go-to on this deck. Next card we have is Mag Carrier, giving us 30% pistol ammo and 10% damage with pistols and SMGs. So both our Glock Auto and our Vector are going to benefit from the damage bonus. And the next, we're going to be increasing our SMG ammo count with this card. So we're going to be with a little bit more independence here, running around, having extra ammo in our pocket, which is nice. Next card we have is Glass Cannon. This is the best damage card in the game, plus 25% damage, minus 30% health. So this is something I think is a staple of every single one of my No Hope decks, unless it is not a damage deck. Just because the fact that it gives so much damage, it's its own damage category, which means that it's multiplicative, is absolutely massive. One of, if not the best card in the game. Next we have Large Cal Rounds. Gives us 7.5% bullet damage with 200% bullet penetration bonus. Massive. This is really going to be bumping up our horde clearing ability. Being able to shoot through these commons and penetrate them and hit the next target with full power will go and bump up our common killing abilities significantly, and it's something that is very helpful to this type of deck. Next card we have is Ammo for All. 10% team ammo capacity and 3.5% team damage. So highly recommend stacking this as 4 for 40% team ammo capacity and 14% team damage. Cracked. Absolutely massive. If you have a 4 stack, or even if you have a 3 stack, this is one of the best cards in the game. It gives you so much damage, so much ammo, and it's its own damage category, which is really good. Now, our next card is going to be Quick Kill, giving us 50% accuracy while disabling ADS. I don't think ADSing is going to be really a big part of this type of build because we're going to be swapping so often, and so in order to compensate for that, we have to take accuracy cards. With that, Quick Kill here in conjunction with Shooting Gloves is going to be giving us 65% accuracy, along with the base spread of the Vector and the Glock Auto. This is going to mean that the cone in which it fires is going to be relatively tight, allowing us to really know where we're putting our bullets downrange. And our final card is going to be Down in Front. It gives us plus 10 health, and while crouching, you neither take nor deal friendly fire damage. A great card for No Hope. It really just allows you to play more aggressively or protect your teammates better. It's just one of the most versatile cards in the game that it increases the DPS of not only yourself, but your team. Well, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate that. With this, if you want to see these builds tested live and the stress that I use and my team uses, feel free to check us out. The Twitch is Tiberius the Roman on Twitch. And here it has all our previous VODs for stuff if you want to go and look at that or anything specific. Or you can catch me live whenever I go live. Now, if you'd like a written write-up for this stuff, feel free to head on over to the Back for Blood Reddit. I do have some builds here that I have not yet posted to YouTube, and they have within them a write-up for the stuff, talking about all the guns and going a little bit more into the math. Well, thank you for coming, and have a good one.